let's just move on to the whole idea around Triple M again. So, if people are getting rich from Triple M, am I correct?
They are getting.
Rich. People are making money from Triple M.
People are not supposed to make money from the Triple M.
But Dion, I'm getting emails from people with
People
where they
do
said they had no
receive
money and
help.
now they've got cars and houses and they send us pictures of bags of money that they've
People
made off
receive
Triple M.
help from MMM, and it certainly assists a lot of people to get out of their financial problems.
Dion, I just want to
To
go
get-
back. I want to go back to this question because it's really important. If people are donating money to help others,
Yeah.
are the people that are donating, are they losing money of themselves to help others?
Well, it's quite possible that they can lose. If they donate and they never require any assistance, then
Yeah.
obviously their money is gone. They've donated it.
Yeah.
They can't lose their money because you donated. How do you lose something that you donate?
That's very clear, but that's a very good
me
point
ask
that you're
you a
making,
question.
Dion. It's a very good point that you're making because what you're saying is that some people are going to receive money out of the system, and some people are going to lose money out of the system, and it's really down to a case of who wants to give more and who wants to receive more.
Well, you know what? If you donate your money, there is no guarantee in the system that you will ever receive help if you request it.
Yeah.
Everybody who become a participant in MMM is warned very clearly that exists, that possibility exists, that you donate today, you are freely giving your money away, and then if at the time that you require assistance, there is nobody that will donate to you, then obviously you have no guarantee and you have no a claim to receive that assistance.
Dion,
I think any member in MMM are under an illusion that this is the way it works.
That is a very good point, and I do hope that every member in Triple M knows that this is not a get-rich scheme, that this is an Ubuntu scheme where people can give as much as they receive, and they can lose a lot of money by being donators, and that's something that they obviously have to be happy with and okay with, that they are giving their money to the less fortunate, possibly.
I hear exactly what you're saying, and I can't tell you today that there's nobody that goes with the wrong reasons into MMM. But if they are literate enough to use electronic media and to join on the group, and they can't read the warnings that is pasted all over in red, and that they actually tick a block that says, I have read the warnings in the system. And if he goes against still, and he go and donate money in the hope that he can benefit and achieve a lot of money from the system, then that is that person's wrong motives by which he have joined MMM. And let me just state this. I don't believe that the National Consumer Council was ever given the mandate to protect me against my own stupidity.
Dion, I do think that you've explained that really well. One last question that I'd like to ask you is about regulation. Do you think that something like this needs to be regulated?
That something like this should be regulated.
Yes.
Yeah, let me say what my philosophy is.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I'm probably one of the first people in South Africa that ever has gone into Bitcoin.
Okay.
Because the only reason why Bitcoin is the strongest currency in the world and has last year outperformed the dollar by 36%,
Yeah.
which 6 years ago was worth 1 cent and is today worth $432 a Bitcoin, is because it's unregulated.
So
You
Dion,
see,
so
the
Dion,
problem
you,
is
so
we
so
live in
Dion,
a society which cry to government to protect you, and government can't protect you. Government is not a moral actor. We have to accept responsibility for ourselves and make decisions based on on what we believe is right. And I don't believe there is anything. Let me just state this. There is no such thing as a good law. Because every law, every act that's passed by Parliament chips away at your freedom. Every act. And therefore, I am against regulation. I believe as a society, if we are a moral society, if we become the society that we're meant to be, then we wouldn't need regulation. We will be self-regulated.
Deon, I think that what you're speaking of is something that needs to be discussed amongst South Africans. I think there are a lot of issues within our society and governance, and I think that the concept of regulation, I think from a government point of view, is very much to protect the people that are in it for an innocent means versus people who are in it for ulterior motives. And I think a concern, therefore, would be that there are people in Triple M who really want to be there to donate and to live a life of Ubuntu versus people who want to exploit the system. And are you saying that then Triple M needs to self-regulate that?
I hear what you say. Let me just make a last point as well, if you will allow me.
I'll allow you. Thank you very much for your time, and I will allow you to make this as your final point.
Okay. I am absolutely amazed that Triple M have received such huge media cover when the whole African Bank fiasco has received very little exposure, and they're actually back in business.
It actually received a lot of exposure. It actually received a lot of exposure.
They've exploited society. Millions of South Africans have lost millions of rand, and the National Consumer Council has up to today just kept quiet about the whole mess.
Correct. I mean, I think that the regulator is there, and I think there's ongoing discussions around that, and I think everyone has concerns over that whole system, and the regulator is there to answer those questions. Deon,
both Absa Bank, Standard Bank, or all three, and FNB has been fined in the last 6 months for criminal activities. The National Consumer Council has kept quiet and has not uttered one word against the bank's criminal activities. The problem is in the regulation, in the Reserve Bank Act and the fractional reserve system, which allows banks to create money out of thin air. That is the real Ponzi scheme.
Deon, thank you very much for your insightful comments there.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the opportunity.